Hey guys, today we have a really fun project outside. We're working on our landscape and we're going to show you close up in just a little bit, but the weeds took over this summer and we are trying to get it back to looking beautiful. We're weeding a lot and I just got a pickup load full of some beautiful mulch. So I wanted to go ahead and clean up our flower beds and then go ahead and mulch them. But I wanted to show you what we're dealing with first so you can kind of get an idea, and we're trying to make the space prettier and prettier. So let me show you our flower beds and what they're looking like right now. So you can see this flower bed here is toward the end of kind of the gravel area in our garden. We have a mini fire pit here. I haven't put any gravel down there yet or cleaned that up. That's a flower bed that we never planted yet. It's a newer one. And then this one was full of weeds. We just cleaned it up. And some new weeds came back. You can see our tomatoes here, dead tomatoes we need to clean up. Lots and lots of cleanup. The garden's looking pretty good. We have some rogue things everywhere, so there's a little bit of everything everywhere. We need to finish building, of course, our gates here. We haven't decided on design yet, but Holly's been cleaning that up over there. And then this has been the main project right now. So I went ahead and made a sharper edge. So I took the shovel and I went the whole way down on this flower bed. And I'm gonna back up here so that you guys can see this. You can tell here the plastic is peeking through. Put some plastic down and some gravel in some areas just to help keep weeds at bay. These are weeds that we've been pulling. And then here's our little kind of grassy area. So trying to get all of this just looking neater, tidier, feeling just peaceful and restful, because to us it has not been feeling that. Lots of work, lots of little weeds here and there that you can see, but I did try to refine this edge, and as you can see I went all the way down with it, and something about it just gives me peace. I just love the feeling of it. I love how defined it is. So little by little we're trying to clean up some areas. I got some bags of compost over there. We're putting compost around certain plants. Those are leftover lantanas that we had from our nursery. We are actually going to put those in the greenhouse and we're going to overwinter them. And here you can see there's a lot of gravel and kind of stuff that got mixed in with the soil. I'm actually not too concerned with it because when I make holes with the auger, it actually mixes it in. I do not mind some rocks in our soil here in our flower beds because this clay, this is newer stuff that I dug. But when you dig it, this is what it looks like. The clay is just dense, thick. Actually, when I was digging yesterday, you can see a little bit here. Let me show you. This is what our clay does. Do you see that? It's just a mud pit. It does not drain with water. It just sits there. So we're trying to improve the soil quality. We're trying to add more compost, which I did here already. And you know, we were tilling it, but I can't till this every year because, you know, we're adding perennials here and there. So I actually don't mind if I end up auging some holes and the stones get underneath, because that will help with aeration. And I'm going to add pine bark fines and other things that will help to create kind of air pockets underneath in the soil. And as we add mulch, as we add compost, this soil will get better and better and better. And then I got to straighten out this little rose on standard. It was beautiful this spring. So anyway, that's kind of what we're dealing with here. Flower beds. I need to cut the edge on the one down there. And then we kind of have to button up these areas here. Add a little bit of gravel here to clean that up. Add a little bit of mulch there to clean that up. As you guys know, it is all a project, and it is all, you know, it takes time and it takes money too. So we have our pickup that I get loads here and there of stuff as I can. So it's just, I've just gotten to the point to accept that the entire property, my land, my beds, my flower beds, not everything is going to look how I want it to be. I want it to be done, looking neat and tidy. But, you know, I would be literally working every single day trying to get loads of some sort of material to get it all cleaned up all the time. So I just have to space it out. I have to do it as I can and accept the reality that gardens require maintenance and they don't always look perfect and beautiful as you would like them. It's just kind of the reality of gardening, and it's kind of what I love about it because there's always a project to do. You're never bored. Let me zoom in and show you the mulch that I got. It's beautiful. So this is the mulch that I got. I got 2 scoops of it. It's excellent mulch. And it breaks down really, really quickly, which I actually love because it feeds my soil. It is triple ground hardwood mulch, and I get it from our local supplier. They fill up our truck bed, and it's very inexpensive to do it this way for us. So we actually love buying it this way. And it has a really nice deep black color. As you can see, as it does age over time, it does kind of get a little more of a lighter brown tone. Maybe up here you can see where the sun is hitting it. It does get that kind of tone. When it's wet, it does kind of stay that darker color, but you can see it's very broken down. We layer this on thick around the plants. And here you can see where we did add mulch last year. It broke down into, look at this. This is just black soil right here. It's not really mulch anymore. So there's a lot of living life. I can see creepy crawlers, I can see critters on this. And really it's going to help feed the soil over time. I got all these weeds I gotta pull, clean up, so on and so forth. That is some banana cream Shasta daisies, banana cream. Look at that, banana cream. So anyway, lots of work. But let's get going. Let's start to kind of dress this up, put the compost down, and see what it looks like. So you can see here what we're dealing with. I went through with the stirrup hoe. You can see some little tids and bits of tiny weeds. I went through and cut them with the stirrup hoe. And that was about 2 bags of compost right here. I'm not gonna do this whole section because I did that yesterday in terms of stirrup hoe usage. I do have a few here and there that I'll hand pull as I begin to mulch. I am going to put that bag of compost on this side right here because I have more concentrated perennials in this section. I have some Nepeta, Cat's Pajamas Nepeta, some banana cream Shasta daisies, and I got this rose here. I can't remember the name. And like I mentioned, I'm not concerned about these rocks here. If anything, it'll help drainage. So as I plant over the years, it'll get mixed in, and I'm just fine with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this bag of compost spread out in this area. And then those are annuals over there. So those are some Angelonia, and I got some salvia that did not do much. So I'm gonna pull them either now or later, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get started on mulching. I'm not sure if my mic was on before, but if you're wondering what kind of compost I use this one right here, Bloomin' Easy Compost. And we get it locally from a guy. He makes it. And we get it wholesale for our nursery, and we sell it at our nursery. We get it in pallets. We love it. We actually use it in our mix for a lot of our veggies. In our garden beds, we've had great success. So I went ahead and dumped this bag over our perennials. I'm gonna spread it, and then we can start mulching. I don't do it scoop by scoop. I usually take a 5-gallon bucket and I literally just shovel it in with my hand. And then I dump the 5-gallon bucket on my beds. I can feel the steam. This is decomposing as we speak. It is hot in here. And then I take my 5-gallon bucket and then I just dump it and spread it around. So much easier than trying to do it scoop by scoop. I can also put in my gorilla cart, but honestly, 5-gallon bucket's pretty quick. That is a few bucket loads, like 20 more to go. Here's some progress a few buckets later. Okay guys, it is now day 2 of the project because last night it got dark as we were mulching everything, but I wanted to show you the reveal. So here is the somewhat finished product. Obviously we still need to add a little more gravel to the edges. Holly actually went ahead and found a little bit of gravel, and we added just a little strip here just to see what it would look like. Because as you can see the edges, what I mean by a little strip, she added just a little more gravel to the edge that is new and clean, because the way the bed was before, it was level with the gravel. Every time it would rain, that clay kind of bled into the gravel and it would keep staining it. So that's why we didn't add a ton of gravel here until we could edge it. And then we're going to go ahead and finalize it, add a little more to cover up this plastic here, just on the edge. That way it'll stay hopefully weed free, or easier to weed, since the weeds actually grow on top, so they pull a lot easier. But anyway, here is, we got the mulch right here down. Again, beautiful mulch. We did cut back. We have some Gara right here, and we have a Fairy Trail Bride hydrangea right there in the middle. It will cascade and fill it up. This one wasn't looking so hot, so we gave it a rejuvenating prune, meaning it typically blooms on fresh and old wood. So we're going to actually, we just cut it to the base because you see brand new growth. So next year we're going to have brand new growth, beautiful growth there. Gara and another Gara that we covered up. I'm not too concerned. They pop through anything, but I got to find it. I don't know where it is. I can't remember. Holly played around with putting some rocks here. We might try to find a big old boulder or something round there and then create, like, berm it up a little bit and create a little garden around that. We were just playing around, so that probably won't stay, but we might do some sort of rock situation. And typically we deck this out with annuals every year, and it's decked out this year, got away on us. There was weeds everywhere, so we wanted to start just a blank slate. I got to find something to straighten up this little rose on standard. And then we have our banana cream Shasta daisies. They're all newish this year, so they're all kind of at different stages. Some were a little more further along. Some we just pruned back to nothing. So hopefully by next year, as these fill in and keep growing, you won't even see any distinguishable plants. You just see a little drift of these, just like that is. And then Nepeta is right here. They don't look like much right now. They were beautiful, the Nepeta, this year. We cut them back, but next year as they fill in, might do a drift of Nepeta. Trying to keep it yellows, purples, and then just softer colors here. And then over here, this was dead earlier this year. It's a Fairy Trail Bride hydrangea to kind of mimic the other side, but we left it here as a placeholder. We want to replace it because, again, this spot doesn't have good enough drainage. So for some reason, the drainage here is super poor. So that's why that didn't make it. So as we improve the soil, I'm going to add some other things, but we're going to do that. And then here, what I'm very impressed with, why I left it, the Angelonia did well with this type of soil. So next year, I'm probably going to plant a bunch of Angelonias here. This is the steel blue. It's kind of fizzled out in terms of blooms. I just like it to have some structure here because otherwise it'll be just nothing. But I'm definitely planting more Angelonia here next year. I might experiment with Sweet Alyssum because they do tolerate wet feet really well. And then we have some salvias back there that did not tolerate it. I mean, they're alive, but they just didn't do much. So anyway, this is kind of the end of this project. As you can tell behind me, we got plenty of other projects to go. We're going to start cleaning up the kind of beach tropical area that we have here. We're going to, blow up the leaves, and then these kind of areas, clean up the perennials, add more mulch right here, and then maybe plant it up. Anyway, I really like this time of year because everything grows slowly or has stopped growing, so it gives me a chance to catch up. Summer's here so hot and brutal that it's really hard to be outside unless you're here early in the morning or late at night working, which in summertime, we typically end up working late at night because the nights are somewhat cooler. They're still kind of muggy, but it's just in the morning, sometimes we're doing stuff for work and whatnot. But anyway, so typically we end up working later in the afternoons in the garden, which I like. It's cool. It's a good way to finish the day, to kind of get a little more physical action going and exhaust yourself. But anyway, so hopefully you enjoyed this project. Hopefully it was fun for you to watch and inspirational, and we'll keep you posted on other landscape / gardening things that we're up to. But hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.